All right. So this is the one we were discussing before that I think is particularly relevant. So if you were to look at something that, let's say, costs about $6 today, so we're going to use a cup of coffee as this example. If inflation was to be at 5% for the next 30 years, so this is taking us to 2053, how much would that cup of coffee be, like this one right here, Grant, in 2053? That $6 cup of coffee. What was your guess?
Now, I know the answer to this, but my knee-jerk response, like if you said that to me, I'm like, cool, maybe in 30 years, $6 cup of coffee, my mind seems to believe it might be $12, give or take.
That's exactly where I went to double.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Reasonable. And it's funny because if you gave me the 20-year time horizon, I probably would have said $12 too. So my mind is completely rational.
Well, a $6 cup of coffee in today's value, which you'd have to say is practically standard price if you go coffee hunting in Melbourne at the moment, excluding 7-Eleven and Coles coffee, which will save that deliciousness, disgustiness.
Goats.
Well, they do a better product and it's cheaper, I'm just saying. Anyway, that cup of coffee is going to cost $25.
Yep.
So can you imagine rocking to your local cafe? And I guess we'll probably not be using money by then in hard form, but like just imagine actually taking out $5 notes and handing that over for a cup of coffee.
Oh, what do they call the $20 notes? You got pineapples of the 50s. What are the reds?
I'm not sure the red ones have a nickname.
It's outrageous. You had the watermelon stuff. Yeah, you're handing over a $20 note and a $5 note for a cup of coffee.
You're handing over a $20 note and they're saying, and the rest?
And the rest is like, they're waiting for more. But it was funny because when you hear that, the first thing in my mind was calculator's broken. I'm like, this makes no sense, Charlie. This is completely illogical. But then going back the other way, I'm like if you took that $6 now and went back 70 years, that's about the price they were paying for a cup of coffee.
Well, that's over 70 years, right? You would only have to go back 30.
Yeah.
So I went, to your point, I went deeper into this. And just to use another example, in today's dollars, a Netflix subscription is about $22, I think it is.
$22.99.
Yeah. Okay. So using this same maths, roughly here, you would actually be paying $100 a month for that same Netflix subscription. So 2 pineapples.
two. The 2 pineapples. Exactly.
All right. So I'm going to tell a story here.
Do it.
I am 34 right now. When I was 24, so this is just 10 years ago, Bianca and I used to actually go out to Tight Ass Tuesday at the movies. Did you ever do that, by the way?
Yes.
Tuesday night special.
Wait. A tenner for $10?
Yes.
$10 Tuesday. Yeah. In country Victoria, I had the same. Sounds like we'll go on same cinemas.
Winner, by the way. So Tuesday night, we go to the movies. You buy your tickets for $10 each. It's $20. And then we were also able to get a meal for $30 combined. Right, because they used to do like restaurant deals with the movie deals, and it was like $50, food and a movie. What a great evening, $25 each.
Yep.
You look at that and go, it was a great deal. Do you know what the price to do that even on Tight Ass Tuesday is today, Grant?
Outrageous. This is going to be outrageous. No, tell me. It's like, no, just go. Just tell me.
Yeah, so I looked this one up in literally the same cinema we used to go to. It's $50 just for the tickets.
Of course it is.
Yeah, so it's $25 each for the tickets now. And I look at that and I'm going like, wow, that's still arguably movies were probably cheaper to distribute now than they were before.
Mm-hmm.
Whole bunch of factors, but like that's more than double in 10 years.
Yeah.
And then the other side of it is that $15 meal to get the equivalent meal. Could you eat for $15 each today? Yeah, you could probably go and get like a Coles hot chicken and a packet of microwave rice or something and create a cheap meal if you really wanted to.
I feel like we've done that before.
I have definitely done that before. Used to be my cheap bodybuilding workouts, right? But anyway, we'll save my health experiences for later. But to get the equivalent dinner, we're not talking $30 anymore. We're talking like, again, $60 plus. We're talking $30 each. So in that just one example of entertainment and food, we're talking about 100% rise in the space of 10 years.
Yeah. And that's the interesting thing. And that's just what we've seen in our lifetime, right? Like And similar to that, you would have been of the era of the $1 to $2 chips from the fish and chip shop, where your mum would just be like, go grab fish and chips for $2. And you'd come out with like this godforsaken amount of chips going, there's no chance we're going to eat this, versus now it's like $10 and it's just not the same.
Do you know what? I'd forgotten about that.
Oh, dude, the fish and chips is the greatest inflation indicator. There is nothing better than it.
Well, for leaving again, I don't know why my health conditions keep coming up, but let's just go there. I can't actually eat fish and chips as a whole meal. It would just not gel with me. I think it might be the fat, right? It's just like high fat meals like that don't work for me. We'll leave that there. Anyway, point being is that how much does it cost to get fish and chips these days?
Oh, it's ridiculous, dude.
So what, is it like $5 chips now?
No, I think it starts at like $6. It obviously depends on the place you go, but it's about $6 for a small, and then it goes up to like $8, $9, and then over 10 for like a large.
Case in point. So this inflation stuff, just in the food examples, and food is just one isolated area. Power and all the others are true. I even think this 5% number seems a bit low, in all honesty. That's like CPI, right? It's like if you were to calculate people's real inflation and personal inflation on the things they buy, I suspect it's even higher than that. You agree with that?
I do. And one of the key things that I'll take it here is like our consumerism is so much higher now than it ever was before. Like when I was like in the 90s, man, like mobile phones and laptops and iPads and all these things like didn't exist. The consumables that we had now just did not exist, which means the rate of consumption that we have now is significantly greater, and things just don't last as long. And I know we'll talk about this in a bit more, but I just look at it, I'm like, the volume of crap we buy as a society has increased and the amount we spend on it has increased, which means the personal inflation on everybody must have gone through the roof. All right, fellow property investor, if you loved the value from this short video and wanted to know more about how you can win at property investing, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now. Alternatively, click subscribe and you'll never miss another one of these videos.